Highlights of New Zealand innings. Really, Sri Lanka got off to the best possible start.
Well, they did. I mean, Stephen Fleming made no secret of the fact you needed a good start against the new ball attack, and they couldn't get it. Look at the spell of Malingas was simply outstanding. It was like the first morning of a test match for me. He bamboozled Ross Taylor for a large degree of it, and then things went against him a wee bit, Ranjit, when Fernando was warned twice in one over from Rudy Kurtzen, and it looked like at that point things might have just been going off the rails a wee bit.
Yes, that's where it started slipping for Sri Lanka, where Dilhara Fernando's inclusion, nothing went right for him. His run-up was again faulty. The no balls kept on coming. He was running on the wicket, and then Strider suddenly sensed that there was runs to be made off him and started approaching him totally different. And again, this is where it really went wrong for Sri Lanka. And at that stage, New Zealand had a very good foundation laid, and they looked set for something big. And there was always a chance of them making something out of chasing this total of 280.
Well, they got to 105 for 2, Bish. They were 105 for 2 until that happened. And I honestly thought at that point they had a chance. There was this catch from Murali, which might well be debated for quite some time, but Jacob Oram was quite happy to turn and go. Murali juggled it a wee bit low down. Peter Fulton had a good view of it. But he just picked up 2 consecutive wickets, the second being McCullum with the dreaded Dusra, tried to sweep it and got a top edge. And I think from that point it was pretty plain sailing for the Sri Lankans, especially when Fulton succumbed to Jayasuriya.
It seemed a day that New Zealand couldn't get their game plans going, Ranjit, and Sri Lanka just seemed to be on top of their game, most of them anyway, Fernando apart.
I think where Sri Lanka did well was to make use of the opportunities. As much as New Zealand saw opportunity when Dilhara came in to bowl the Sri Lankans, as soon as they found a window, really went in hard on the New Zealanders. And I think at that stage the New Zealanders were late in reacting or couldn't react at all.
There was a little flurry towards the end, first of all by Macmillan, until he gave himself a little too much room. And Jayasuriya chipping in as he so often does. Bond didn't last long. He went for 2 or 4 balls bowled by Murali. And then a nice little partnership towards the end between Patel and Franklin. All it really did was to prolong the agony and to keep Sri Lanka in the field for a little while until Patel